So welcome back to the channel, hope everybody's doing well. In today's video I thought we'd just go through looking at a few of the meter configurations available with the new SB-LD bag from Veto. In the very back pouch, this is my current setup. This is the QTech 1700 and the Martindale proving unit that's sat down by the side of it. I can get the QTech proving unit in there as well. It's just that the Martindale unit is a little bit better functionality for this particular loadout, and I can get the Fluke T110 this tester here. It goes in by the side, as will the Fluke PRV 240 FS unit as well. It's a bit of a squeeze because it's slightly wider, but it does go in there, and you have the strap that you can pull it out with this one as well. The Fluke MPU 690 proving unit, which is the same as the socket and C, I cannot get that in there very well. It does kind of fit, a little bit of a wiggle, but that's where it sort of kind of sits, which is not very good. You can take out the flap and put it back in there, and then it does fit a little bit better, but it's probably not an ideal solution really. The flap's then stuck in the air, you obviously can't close that because of the height of these voltage sticks that I have here. So that's the back pocket that you have there. The main one probably need to look at will be inside, looking at this internal pocketry within the SB-LD itself. So my setup within the SB-LD is the Keysight U1461A. I put its leads in the pocket to the side, just down there, and then I have a parts bag. This is a small PB5 parts bag for the crop clips and the like. You can get slightly larger bags. I think this is the medium side. I think these are the PB4. They will go in, but you kind of have to feed them all the way down behind the back of the meter, and then it does go in there. All okay. You can. This meter is kind of tight in here. I've got a feeling I might get a little bit fed up with it after a while. It does take a little bit of effort to get in and out. You can store it with the leads in there if you want to. It just makes it a bit more awkward. This meter does have the holder in the back there for the probes, so you can put the probes in there and then wrap the leads around, he says, and then you can feed this in the same way and it will go in, but it just becomes a bit more awkward, and it takes a little bit of effort to get in, and your leads end up being pushed all around over the place, so it's not a very tidy solution in that manner, but you can do it that way should you want to. Let's chuck him out to one side. I do have other meters, so something like the Sonal MIC30 that you see here, this one here, this will go in pretty much the same fashion. However, this does not have probe holders at the back, so you can get them in there, and the probes, I guess you could put them into the back there. They will go in, but you'll struggle to get your parts bags in then. And the other problem that you have is that this meter, the connections come out the top and the leads that come with it are straight jacks, so you won't be able to close the lid up on the SB-LD with that kind of configuration. You would have to take these out and store them out of the way, and then it will just about close up. But that's probably even worse than the Keysight instrument, really. So for another installation test that's a favourite of mine is the CA6526 from Chevron New. That kind of goes in the same manner. It's a little bit wider, so it's a bit more awkward, but with the leads on this one are actually come out at right angles, so they do go in. Again, you get kind of stuck with what to do with your probes and the crop clips that might be left come off on this one, and the meter will then close up and go inside. That's not too bad of an issue with that one. Again, when you come to remove it, it's fairly easy to remove, not too much of an issue. So the other Mega I have is the MIT 420 from Mega themselves. Again, right angled leads that come with this, but no probe holders on the back, so you'll be able to get it in to some extent. It is slightly narrower at the bottom, but the neck of it kind of prevents it from going down too far, so you really are. It does close up, but yeah, you're squidging stuff in with that one. So again, this isn't the best of solutions, but it will go if you've got a bit of patience in that manner. It's probably one of the most awkward meters is this MetroHit from Gossam Metrowatt. These have a very rubberized tactile covering on them, and it really likes to grip the actual plasticated bag within the Veto here. It will wiggle its way in, and it does sit there. You can close it up, but then if you start to try and remove this, it does really grab hold of it. It's not much better with the leads off the instrument either, so I kind of MetroHits I'm kind of giving a miss in these SB-LD bags at the moment. Moving on with meters that do fit quite well, this Bryman BM877 here. This does slide in quite nicely with the leads attached, no real effort, and again it closes up nice and easy in there. It's a little bit bulky, but not too bad at all, and then removal is relatively easy. Similar sort of design to that is the IAT 1500 from RS Pro, which is actually an Appa Technologies clone, but this goes in reasonably well as well. In fact, it's probably one of the best fitting ones at this moment in time, and closes up, gives you a fair bit of space all around there. Again, removes nice and easy, no real issues. And probably one of the best fitting meters is this 1587 FC from Fluke, insulation multimeter again. Very easy, no problems whatsoever getting that one in, the bag close up. And with these smaller meters sitting in the pouch, it gives you a bit more space around this secondary pouch. So the Fluke I30 current clamp, that will fit in very nicely into this side pouch, no problems, and you'll be able to close both of them up like that. Current clamps you can kind of get in a little bit hit and miss. The Fleur CM46 fairly small clamp, UT216C size, and that does go in and it will close up. There's no great issues there with that one. Kaiweet's HT208D starting to get a little bit bigger, and what you find is the clamp pushes back out, but it does go in. It pushes this little padding strip piece out a little bit, so sometimes when you'll just do it up, it catches. So that's about the largest clamp that you can get in by the side of that. The other ones that I have, this Testo 770-3, you can see just doesn't like to sit by the side of that whatsoever. You can give it a good shove and push it in if you like, but you're going to start wearing on the bag really if you're starting to push that kind of thing in. So there are options to use a current clamp. I don't have a Fluke current clamp, unfortunately, so I can't put anything by the side of that. The Fluke 110, that will go by the side of it. What you do find is inside the little tip protector binds up, so you haven't got the room for that. But if you take the tip protector, you push that to one side, then they will fit, and you'll be able to close your bag up, no problems. So they do fit by the side of it there. So that is another option as well. With these bigger meters in there, back to the U1461A, you start to find that they're pushing the clamp over even more, there's less room. They will go at a squeeze, but you get an even worse effect of this strengthening piece, whatever it is, this strap being pushed out. So again, you can wiggle around and get it in, but over time you'll probably get fed up trying to do that all the time. The bigger clamps, you've got no chance at all really getting them in there. Now obviously this is a V-swap panel, so the little panel does move and come out. You can get just a complete bulk panel to put in here if you like, but with that removed you can then get pretty much whatever you want in there that I've got kicking around. And there's our big testo and the meter there, they will then go in together. You can put the I think it's PB4s that will slide in, and so you can get all that in there, some parts in there if you want to. So that does work with the bits all out. Where's my fluke go? So the fluke in there. You can see there's plenty of space with the pocketry removed, and then you could even get something like a Fluke 83 double multimeter setup in there as well if you wanted to. Can I even get the yeah, okay, so Keysight and the Fluke 1587 do go in together side by side. That's workable. So yeah, there's a few options out there, but there's a few of the meters, the larger size ones, you do seem to struggle to get them in and out of the bag. But this is just a little video just to show you what the easiest instruments I have found to fit inside this SB-LD bag. I hope you found it useful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.